developing a holistic cybersecurity platform. We do not just extract all the log sources that are created by SAP systems. And that's a huge chance to rethink security processing.
Well, hello and welcome everyone to another amazing episode at the GISEC Global Dubai World Trade Center. I'm Lakshya from Zex Media, and I have Christopher over here, who is the founder and CEO of SecurityBridge, and they are like specialized in making security measurements for specifically for SAP projects, right? So, first of all, hi, how are you, and how's it been going for you?
Well, I'm doing great, and thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's exciting to be at GISEC here. We're seeing a lot of good conversations and a lot of specific interest to secure the critical backbone SAP of many enterprises.
Great, and what exactly is SecurityBridge is about?
Well, we are a software provider, so we are developing a holistic cybersecurity platform for SAP customers that help SAP customers to detect, respond, and protect their critical assets. And maybe an additional word of explanation: SAP is a mission-critical application for many enterprises that manages the finance transaction, the sales and logistic transactions. And it's devastating if data is manipulated, stolen, or if the system goes down because of a cyber incident.
And how does so much essential for SAPs to be make sure it's have cyber securities?
Well, the SAP system itself is so important that if it goes down for whatever reasons, the impact is basically calculated by the minute of downtime. But you can also see from the perspective that if SAP data is not trustworthy anymore, that also will have huge impact on the business transactions that it processes. And attackers are looking to get a hand on intellectual property, trade secrets, or to impact the business operations with financial intent, obviously. And we are there to protect the enterprises against such threats.
And is it like different vulnerability stats do you measure in any system? Like today, the GISEC team is all revolving around the SCMs and SOCs, right? So it's like monitoring of different set of vulnerabilities in any system, and you are core having in the SAP model, right? So how do you see making sure these parameters are being covered at the SecurityBridge?
That's a very good question. First and foremost, I think you mentioned SOC, right? And that's standing for Security Operations Center. And many security operation centers have a very senior security analysts. However, the skill of analyzing and interpreting SAP security events is not per se existing. And that's why it becomes difficult to monitor logs from SAP systems. Hence, SecurityBridge also offers an integration in leading SIEM solutions that's the solutions that are used in the SOC, like Microsoft Azure Sentinel, to name one. And also other leading solutions are integrated via SecurityBridge. But we go a different way. We do not just extract all the log sources that are created by SAP systems.
Okay.
Because it's a very transactional system, there's too much data, there's too much non-security relevant data that is then injected into the SOC that creates easily security fatigue. So what we do to solve this problem is we are creating speaking security alerts based on use cases that are context enriched, that are also containing information about who is the responsible that you need to reach out if such an incident happens.
Okay.
So we actually enable those SAP customers to react really quickly and with the best reaction in a critical situation.
Just like filtering out the clutter of a lot of data in any SAP and just picking out the right information that could be the vulnerability available to threats, right?
Absolutely correct. So I would explain it in very simple terms. Instead of big data, we are using smart data. We are only extracting the relevant information from the SAP log stack that is relevant for the security analyst, and then we'll present it to the security analyst. Then they can work easy in a higher quality and they can react faster.
Right. So it's like removing the burden of any system and making sure it's not overloaded with a lot of data, right? Uh, Talking about data and the best implementation of data is currently going on is AI,
Yeah.
right? So how do you see like the implementation of AI, cybersecurity, and SAP as together in upcoming future?
I think it's essential. I mean, we see that attackers are using AI to improve their attack skills and improve the scale of attacks. It's becoming more sophisticated by the day, and that's also because they use AI. Yes. So it's just a native reaction that the defenders also need to use this new skill that is existing. And that's why SecurityBridge also leverages AI to explain code vulnerabilities or to find and sift through the log stack and also find correlations more easy.
And what would you see? What's the upcoming future for specifically for cybersecurity in SAPs?
Well, the upcoming future for cybersecurity in SAP is that it will be a very integrated part of the target operation model in any security operation in the enterprises, which it is not today, to be all honest. Yeah, so it's very audit driven at the moment, but continuous security is something that will also need to be applied to critical enterprise applications like SAP.
And in terms of the market, I mean, not the technical terms, how do you see the market is going on for SAPs?
Well, SAP is the leading enterprise application provider in the world. Yeah, you can say there's no way around SAP if you're a multinational, worldwide operation. If you want an ERP solution, SAP is the go-to part.
Yes.
So it's in essence a natural target for cyber attacks. So if you are an attacker, you would always look at where can you make the most money and where's your total addressable market bigger, right? I'm as an entrepreneur, I'm looking at the total addressable market, obviously, but the attackers do that too. And that's why SAP is an absolute interesting market.
Superb. Let's talk about your experiences. Like, how you started this whole journey and how you managed to build SecurityBridge?
That's a nice question. Yeah, well, it started all in 2012, so 13 years ago.
A long back.
And we realized that there is a huge demand for monitoring SAP systems from all aspects. And when I say from all aspects, we wanted to figure this out. We've solved this in a holistic way. And let me explain holistic real quick. So you need to secure an SAP system because it's basically an operational system for businesses. You need to secure, configure it. You need to maintain code security because you can also develop your own business logic in there. But you need to also patch it. Security patches are released every second Tuesday of a month by SAP itself. So you need to also patch it regularly. And lastly, there is a lot of logs that also reveal information about ongoing cyber attacks, but they are the sheer mass of those events are not easy to monitor manually. Mm-hmm. And hence we said, okay, we need a solution that is able to address all those 4 dimensions in one place. And here we go. Now we have a cybersecurity platform. And if I say platform, it's not just a marketing term. It's really built from one configuration layer and reduces the total cost of ownership for an SAP customer significantly.
And what's your go-to process to when you hop onto any new project, right? So what are the tools and what are the strategies that you personally apply on any project?
Well, I think it's mostly the customers reach out to us that they say, okay, we are in an S4HANA transformation, which is the new version of SAP, and a lot of SAP customers are currently upgrading to that new version.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge chance to rethink security processes. And
Yes.
as I said, we are there to change the paradigm from an audit-driven, pen test-driven approach to a continuous security approach. And then we start the engagement, we'll provide a demo, test installation, and the normal sales cycle until we are doing an implementation. And the remarkable thing is that an SAP customer doesn't need any additional hardware or so. Mm-hmm. An SAP customer essentially already has everything that's needed to run SecurityBridge and to master the complexity of cybersecurity for SAP, because we are an add-on to the SAP solution. And then we are up and running in a matter of hours. And then the customers can already start with the monitoring approach. And obviously there is also professional help, professional services through our partner network available.
Great. And how many partners that you found here at the GISEC?
Yeah, as I said, I mean, the Middle East is a new market for us, yeah, in all honesty, but we are already having some prime partners on the ground for the likes of Accenture, Microsoft, PwC, Deloitte. We are working with the big ones, but we also work with boutique expert consultancy agents, consultancy shops that are delivering SAP security and SAP basis services.
Great. So let's talk about your experiences over the Dubai. How's it been going for you specifically about different events? Is it like just your first time here, or have been before for the GISEC Global?
Yeah, in fact, it's our first time. GISEC Global 2025 is our first time on the local ground here in Dubai, in Middle East, and it's a great experience so far. There's quite a vibe towards cybersecurity, towards innovation, towards AI, and protection of critical enterprise assets, and also far away from the legacy security. I mean, everyone is challenged also with email security issues, phishing attempts and stuff like that, but there is also a high priority towards critical enterprise application, what I really appreciate, obviously, because we are in this space. There's a lot of skill and a lot of experts on the ground, which I also appreciate. And as I say, I see a great future here to expand in UAE, to help SAP customers in this region to protect against cyber threats.
It's glad to hear you're enjoying the event, right?
100%. 100%.
So we'd love to see you again at other editions as well. So thank you so much for now, and let's wrap it up, and I'll let you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.